Tonight, a major update on the tragedy that struck Austin's music scene last spring.
People were running, crying, and somebody told us that a car had just driven through the crowd.
A driver mows down a street full of South by Southwest fans.
I ran up to see, but I got 2 feet away from her and I knew that she was gone.
Prompting victims and their families to now fight back.
We first told you on KXAN News at 5 o'clock they just filed lawsuits today.
Those lawsuits are against the 2 companies organizing the event, the traffic planner and the suspect, Rashad Owens. Remember, he is charged with driving drunk and causing the crash that injured 22 people and killed 4 others, including 18-year-old DeAndre Tatum, 26-year-old Sandy Lee, 27-year-old Jamie West, and 35-year-old Stephen Cranmere. I sat down with Stephen's wife and Jamie's husband to talk about life after the crash and why they say these lawsuits are part of their healing. For Stephen Cranmere, life's greatest joy was his baby son, Mick. He was there when the baby boy was born 2 months early.
Go on. Go on.
And when he took his first steps.
Go on. Go on. Yeah!
You might say Stephen's other child was his music. This year was his second South by Southwest, scouting talent. But he was less excited about going this year. He didn't want to leave his wife Lizzie and baby Mick. Lizzie from her home in the Netherlands.
I saw it on news online that was there was 2 victims in a crash of South by Southwest. So, and I called him and I called him and I called him.
But Stephen never picked up the phone.
It's the hardest time ever. It's from heaven to hell. It's not fair.
Why do you feel like filing this lawsuit is important?
South by Southwest is accountable for this tragedy, in my thought.
Sorry.
Evan West wasn't far from Stephen Cranmere. He and his wife Jamie were sharing a moped.
Do you remember anything at all about the crash?
No. No.
Evan and Jamie moved to Austin 3 years ago. The musical, artsy vibe of the place, pulling them south from home in the Midwest. And Jamie was an incredible artist.
It's everywhere. Every little speck of this place has... Sorry.
It's okay. Has her in it.
Yeah. We tried to live a life and be good people. You need people just trying to be good, do good. And it can be in the smallest ways. Jamie through like little arts and trinkets and just, being friendly and kind. But that's a huge loss because there's not enough of it.
Evan doesn't remember being told Jamie had died. Didn't even know she'd been buried. His injuries were so severe, he spent 4 months in a hospital bed.
What do you hope to accomplish?
For it to... I'm doing this because the goal is for it to... I'm doing it because the goal is for it to not happen again. That's the biggest thing, is that people shouldn't go through this.
Lizzie is determined baby Mick will always know his dad.
Stephen make a lot of own music. So Mick says in the morning, "Hey, Papa, music." So we listen and we dancing in the morning.
But there will be a lifetime of firsts he'll never see.
To break down these lawsuits, in short, they claim wrongful death and negligence, that a crash was a foreseeable, preventable tragedy. Some of the main points: that rigid barriers should have been in place to stop the suspect's car, and that organizers should have realized the higher degree of drunk driver risk because of excessive DWI and public intoxication arrests in past festival years. And perhaps the reason the lawsuit isn't against the city, festival organizers had legal possession of the street where the crash happened because of their right-of-way permit.
We reached out tonight to South by Southwest for a comment. A spokesperson said, quote, "What happened on Red River was a terrible tragedy caused by Rashad Owens' utter disregard of human life. Our hearts continue to ache for those injured and the families of those who lost their lives. We look forward to his prosecution for his awful crimes." Online now, you'll find all of our previous coverage of the South by Southwest crash. Just search for this story at our homepage.